Hey guys, Sounds Geek, and this is going to be my second walkthrough ever that I'll actually complete. I've learned from the Lara Croft experience that playing a walkthrough blindly or level by level is absolutely insane, stressful, frustrating, and it almost makes me not want to play the game. So for Rango, I decided to do what I did with Fallout 3, go through the game once, learn the ropes, and then jump right back in to make a walkthrough for you guys. This is going to be my second one ever with a commentary over it. I tried not doing commentary and people hated that for some reason. Even though when I personally like watching, walkthroughs, I don't want some asshole talking over it. But guess what? You're going to have an asshole talking over it. This is Rango for the Xbox 360. Paramount sent this copy to me to make a review, and I'm going to make a review after this walkthrough. This walkthrough should be all done in like a day or two. Then I should, clip footage from it, and then make a review, and maybe even make some, achievement guides there. Because a lot of achievements in this game are kind of tricky. The ones that I'm missing are kind of tricky, but I figure out how to do them. In fact, there's a scene from this particular level that will probably be uploaded before I actually upload the level so that I can show people how to get the achievement. Basically, this game is supposed to take place after the movie. I mean, that's what it said in the back of the box. Like it's supposed to take place after the movie. These are like wild tales or tall tales that not Ringo. God, why did I say Ringo? This is not the Lost Beatles member, one of the last ones. There's a Rango, Johnny Depp, except Johnny Depp I don't think is in this game. If so, his voice got really crappy for the game. I don't know. I'm going to have to do research into that before I say something in my review about that. But I don't think Johnny Depp is in the game. In fact, Gore the Movie God got very angry at me for even implying that Johnny Depp, his hero, his mentor, his lover, would even be in a game, period. But, whatever. I like, actually, the presentation of the game. In HD, it's a beautiful, beautiful game. The cutscenes are, anyway. For some reason, there's a huge dip from, the cutscene graphics to the in-game graphics. The cutscene graphics almost look like the movie a bit, from what I've seen in the previews and trailers. Haven't seen the movie yet, but this game comes with a free ticket to the movie, so I'm going to check it out. Also, I know my friend Vegas Underground wanted me to check out another movie that I have to watch on Netflix today. I was actually going to go to a Modern Warfare 2 tournament today, but unfortunately I don't have a ride because my parents wanted to go to the state basketball games. I would go, but I made the mistake of going 2 years in a row, the last year and the year before that, and it is hell on earth. Not the actual basketball. I love watching basketball. I love watching high school basketball, especially to see how angry the parents get at stupid bullshit. But I have made the mistake because it is so crowded. You can't leave the gym area to buy food, and if you do, you have to pay $11 to come back in, and it's just utter insanity. They pack the stadium till people are sitting on the floor. And it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I've been to these things a lot, and it's just, ugh. I hate state competitions in general. The only ones I kind of like are mock trial, because I can meet up with some of my old mock trial buddies, like some people from Sandia and stuff who go to mock trial. Have some good friends over there. But for the most part, state competitions suck. They really do. They're jam-packed, it's hot, like, Jesus, ugh. And, I have a low population state. I couldn't even imagine what a state basketball tournament in California, New York, any of these big, huge population states would be like. Because I live in a state where there's literally only 2 million people in the state. Not even 2 million. It's like 1.9 million people live in New Mexico. So I can't even imagine. So if you guys live in California or something, tell me how bad the state tournaments for basketball and stuff are. Well, maybe it's not as bad because there's this huge culture around basketball in my area. Everyone supports the basketball teams. And even if my basketball team, like the area where I'm from, the high school where I'm from, doesn't go to the state tournament, if the neighboring town does, we go there to support them too. It's insane. It's absolutely insane how serious high school basketball is taken over here. And it's strange because you wouldn't think, you know, a southwestern town would support basketball. And it's only the northern area too, because the southern area of the state is all football. They love football. What's weird about the southern area of this state is that when including in all state tournaments, they have their own division for the state tournament. Like they have, like, how do I put this? There's districts, and it's basically all the district, north and central, and then the southern has its own district with very few schools. Even in mock trial, it's like that, and that's weird. And yeah, I was a part of mock trial the very last year, senior year of high school, and it was actually pretty interesting. I wish I would have taken part of it before. And it's not like I wasn't offered to before either. I was actually offered a spot on the mock trial team, and I just slept through like 3 practices and then gave up during 10th grade because I didn't care. I did a lot of things. I don't know. My first 2 years of high school, I hated everyone, and I was apathetic to everything. And it was ironically when I was just first starting YouTube too, so it was an interesting time period, those first 2 years of high school. Luckily I grew up from being a loner asshole to the class clown for the last 2 years of high school, so you know, that's how it is. Getting back to the gameplay, because I went off on a completely weird ass tangent. And people who watch this, who've never seen me before, and since this is a walkthrough, are going to be like, what the hell is he talking about? The game is really interesting. It's a neat platformer, man. Like, it's kind of Ratchet and Clank style without being Ratchet and Clank. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it still feels like kind of like the generic movie platformer, but it shakes up and adds a lot of new things that I don't see in many platformers, and it doesn't do like the Lego Star Wars kind of deal that Up did or any of those other movie games that I've played this generation. But you know, it's still very interesting. Oh look, Liam's in a Rango video. Too bad he'll never get this far in this video because he has no interest in this game. Or maybe he will. If you do, Liam, he'll comment. Your gamer tag's in a video. You're famous. I think it's kind of weird actually playing PlayStation. Like I playing these games on PlayStation. I don't know what it is, but I've got this weird obsession with button prompts lately. Button prompts in games like sometimes make sense, sometimes don't. Like I can't imagine playing a kiddie game on PS3 with all those giant black gritty buttons all over the place, you know, with shapes on them. However, I was playing Saw 2 on Xbox, and it actually made the game less scary on Xbox just because of the colored buttons. As you can see at the bottom there, it has colored buttons and white buttons, and during horror games, that's not very scary. So I think from now on, when I play horror games, I'm just going to play them on PS3, simply because of the button prompts, because those games seem to have a lot of button prompts, and it doesn't, you know, it takes the horror out of it. It takes the scary. I think that's another reason why I wasn't really scared by Resident Evil 5, is because of the blue, yellow, and green buttons flashing everywhere. But, you know, what are you going to do? Microsoft didn't really choose, like, I don't know, the developers don't necessarily have to choose those, you know, the color of the buttons. They could just put the letter and it would work too. Here's one of the golf sequences in this game. A little golf mini game that you have to do every once in a while. I like the mini games in this game. They're actually pretty robust, but it's a shame that there's only like 2 or 3 of them repeated, copied and pasted throughout the entire game. I'll go in more depth in the game in my review. I kind of don't want to spoil it in the walkthrough, what my feelings are, even though you got a good gist of it during this first level. And here's the strafing. Yay! Now, let's see here. There's just what was I talking about? I was talking about state basketball. Jesus, why was I talking about that in a Rango video? I apologize. It is 4:30 in the morning. I have no idea why I'm up. But yeah, I was supposed to do a Modern Warfare 2 tournament, but I have no way of getting there. It would have been fun because I would love to record, just go around recording people. Not even just participating. I would like to participate and probably win because people in my area are not very good at video games. And it's quite apparent because my friend Josh won the Halo 3 tournament with ease. And people in this area just aren't that great at video games, to be honest. The majority of them. Anyway, well, there's no really competitive scene. We just got this new game store to open that does tournaments and stuff. And, you know, it's actually a big breakthrough through the little area here. And it's not even the area where I live. It's about, let's see, 11, 12 minutes from where I live. And, yeah. Maybe I can go to Clifford's today and we can hang out because I haven't hung out with him in a while. He was sick earlier this week, which sucks. And he has a new dog, so he's just learning how to take care of that. Any of you who have had a new dog or a new puppy before, he has a lab. And speaking of dogs, my Chihuahua is in heat, and it's very weird because, I don't know, maybe I just didn't notice it because they were outside dogs, but when I had my 2 female labs, they've never bled as much when they were in heat as this goddamn dog does. She bleeds everywhere. It's ugh. And then she gets very temperamental. I don't know. It's weird. When I had my labs and they were in heat, they would just get really calm all the time and just, like, you know, whimper every once in a while. It'd be weird. But when the Chihuahua's in heat, she just gets angry and pissed off and starts growling at you if you do the slightest thing that she doesn't like and starts trying to bite you. It's weird, man. I don't know. This is my first experience with a small dog. I've had medium dogs. I think they were Alaskan Huskies, and then I've had labs, but I've never had a tiny dog before like a Chihuahua until this very instant, and it's a very different experience to say the least. And I forgot that this is not the level with the achievement. It's actually the next level that I already recorded. But like a dumbass, I lose track of time because it's 4:30 in the morning. I stay up at ridiculous, you know, hours. I'll probably wake up at 9. And, you know, maybe, I don't know, I just guess I'm just dumb with dog logic. Because maybe it's all small dogs are like that, but it's definitely a different experience than raising labs. And, we're nearing the end of the first video here, the first level, of me blabbing on about nothing about Rango, but you watching the first level of Rango. Now that you have commentary over it, so that I don't get complaints. Alright, Samuel out.